Well, if you can't take my punches at 100%, I'm just gonna have to go beyond that. I'll take my stretchy arms beyond 100.
I know. Ristar's like, I'll do 150.
That bird's like, and those aren't just random stretchy arm crabs. Every single one has its mark and it's given. Welcome back to some more Ristar. Alright, we're gonna dance in another music level. Whee! And be sure to let go because there's a booby trap right at the end of that. Yep, big old pit of spikes waiting for you.
Nice. That old guy kind of looks like a bird Buzz Lightyear.
Bird Buzz Lightyear. Alrighty. She's just spinning around to infinity and beyond. It's during the and beyond that you want to jump.
Oh my gosh, I saw a meme today that had the Winter Soldier. It was like when he loses his arm.
Oh, okay.
And then there's just like the Buzz Lightyear arm.
Oh my god.
And they also like take Falcon's jetpack and they give him like the Buzz Lightyear wings.
Interesting.
I was just like,
how
weird,
odd
like
that we're making all these connections when the Buzz Lightyear movie is going to be voiced by Chris Evans.
Huh.
They're doing like an animated Buzz Lightyear movie.
That's probably why. They're like, let's connect Marvel
to Toy Story. Because, I mean, they're all owned by the same property, and we have to shoehorn this everything shared universe.
I hate it.
Because, like, the Marvel universe
like
isn't enough.
No. So annoying.
Nothing nowadays can stand alone. Everything has to have a, like, consistent
Like, do you remember when there was
And for some things it's cool, but others it's not.
I feel like even movies now, like, there's not just, like, a standalone movie anymore. It's just, like...
No, everything.
It's always, it's just turning into a franchise, or it's
books, video games,
like
everything has to have a shared universe, or, like, just something consistent where everything has to connect.
Just standalone would be great. I have that problem with books.
Okay.
Trying to find a standalone book that's not a part of a series.
Yeah. Well, we can rejoice that Ristar succeeded in being just like a game so far.
So far.
Unless it gets like a remake or like a long overdue sequel. But I don't know, those can go any which way. Like, you could be like, wow, it's been a long time since we had this game with new technology.
Yeah, I don't necessarily
this is really good.
it as much when it's a game that, like, you don't have to play in any order. Like, if it's one where it's like you have to play this game first and then you can play the second one, then I'd be like, really?
There's actually very few game franchises that are like that.
Yeah.
Where you have to play them in a certain order.
Yeah.
I'd say...
Which is why I feel differently when it's like a game franchise rather than like a standalone one video game.
Well, yeah, usually when you're... Because we had this conversation, you're against sequels. You don't like sequels.
I'm very rarely a fan of a sequel.
I can forgive sequels, and I'm more forgiving of sequels when it comes to video games.
Well, that's because, again, are they a sequel, or is it like just another standalone game with the same characters?
Right, well, let's hold that thought because now is a very annoying boss battle. You didn't get to this guy, but oh god. So, the boss here is this bird's trying to finish its song, and the giant bird wants to knock him off and sing its song. Its notes can hurt you, and it's just a very annoying boss because every time you try to get a hit in, like, I guess...
It looks like Nomu.
He does look like Nomu. Nomu, kill. Well, if you can't take my punches at 100%, I'm just gonna have to go beyond that. I'll take my stretchy arms beyond 100.
I know. Ristar's like, I'll do 150.
That bird's like, and those aren't just random stretchy arm crabs. Every single one has its mark, and it's given more than 100% of its power.
Oh, man.
God, I almost want to, like, pop in just a little snippet of You Say Run to this boss fight. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. But no, so if you let the little bird finish its song, it'll actually drop a health piece.
Oh.
But keep in mind that, like, you have to distract the boss bird.
Yeah.
Because he's trying to interrupt the song.
Ah, he pinned you.
Yep. Pinned you again.
Pinned you again.
But yeah, so if you take damage, you want to distract the boss and not have him knock the other bird off his perch so that you can get some health. Because it's a very brutal battle. everything's trying to hit you. Its notes, the boss itself, its feathers, whatever the hell falls from the sky. This was the first boss to give me a game over when I ever played this game.
Oh.
This was when things got very annoying.
I'm like 90% certain I got a game over.
The game just gets harder. Okay. Yeah, it's common. Like, I've lost lives in earlier playthroughs, but this was the first boss to give me a game over. And like, there's later levels flat out that gave me lots of game overs because this game gets really hard from this point on.
I know the background is super trippy when he's singing.
Yeah, he distorts the background to kind of signify that he's a terrible singer. Because like the boss theme actually distorts as well when he sings. It goes. And then when you knock him off his perch,
even his
the
notes,
boss theme resumes.
Yeah, even his notes are just like
deformed.
ugly
Yeah.
Notes. Oh, the other bird like covers his little face.
He's scared.
He's gonna eat me!
This is like whenever Luna chases Bubka.
Yeah, basically. Well, we gotta knock Luna off the perch.
Never.
In this case, we must. Careful. Pretty good on health. If I can just do one more shot. There it is. And now he gets to finish the song. And the crowd goes wild.
They're like, yay!
Rockin' Robin, tweet, tweet, tweet. Rockin' Robin, tweet, tweet. Oh, Rockin' Robin, you're really gonna rock tonight.
Tweet, tweet. The original Twitter.
Basically. So there we go. That takes care of Sonata. So before we get to the next world, shall we resume our thought on sequels?
Yeah. I like, so, because, I'm trying to get like my groove back. So,
Threw off your groove. I'm sorry, you threw off Amanda's groove.
Throw you out a window.
Sorry!
Good thing we don't have an extraordinarily, well, there's a roof right out that window. So you would just roll onto the roof.
Yeah, I just, sorry!
But like, I don't consider like the Mario franchise sequels. Like, of course you have like the original Mario, the very first one, but it's like the Paper Mario franchises. They are not connected, you know?
Not really,
it's not
no.
like you can play one without having played the others, and it's a perfectly finite game. Like, there's no...
Origami King is very different from Partners in Time.
Yeah, so I don't consider them sequels.
Okay.
I do consider it a world.
Okay.
Like, it's, you know, it's independent.
And you're okay with that?
Yeah,
Or?
yeah,
Okay.
I'm okay with that. Because, like, again, if you've watched any of our Mandalorian videos, it's very much the same with The Mandalorian, where I was, like, getting kind of, like, stale in the Star Wars universe, and then The Mandalorian came out, and I was, like, in love with it because it gave me everything that I craved from Star Wars without the Skywalkers. Well, they done ruined that for me, but,
For more
it was something
info on
new and
that,
fresh.
check out our
Yeah.
finale video.
But it was like
Mandalorian
something new and
season 2.
fresh in the same universe. So like all of the same rules and physics applied of that universe, but it was new characters, it was a new story, it was a new plot, like.
Gotcha.
And to me, that's how like the quote unquote game sequels work.
Okay.
In the manner of which we're talking, because there are some games that like.
Yeah.
But for the most part, the universe I don't necessarily have a problem with.
Okay.
But it's like Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Great movie. Jurassic Park 2. Okay. Jurassic Park 3. Why?
Yeah.
And then they just keep
Going. You're right.
So, and
there's
it's like
many
sometimes
more
they hit it on the
examples.
head where it's like the first movie's not that great and then the sequel is like killing it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not just gonna disregard a sequel because it's a sequel, but 9 out of 10 I don't like it.
Gotcha. Alright, so this is the obligatory ice world. I don't know if you've dealt with ice physics yet. So you're slip sliding all over the damn place. Ouch, you jerk. Get out of here. Okay. Yeah, that's true. But the mini boss of this area is a snowball fight with this guy.
Aww.
So by using your idle animation, Ristar will make a snowball. And then you wait for the right time. Oops,
no.
I lost the snowball fight.
Death by snowball.
I lost the war.
I took a snowball to the face once and it broke my nose.
Yeah, you told me. You may have a kneecap made of bronze kneecap, but you always has a jaw made of glass.
Aww. And then they had to like go and give the bronze kneecap a backstory.
Of course they did. Alright, here we go. So what you want to do is fire a snowball right when he arches out and is about to throw his snowball.
Okay.
That's what you want to do. Pow! There we go. You can't catch his snowballs, at least I don't think you can.
That'd be cool if it could, though.
Yeah, that would be neat.
He's like, hey.
You probably can, I'm just not good enough to do it.
It's probably like the perfect timing and position.
There we go. And then, just like other enemies, he's like, sorry, I'll help you.
He's like, okay, bye.
But like, I do like how like the background are like ice cream cones.
Yeah, that is really cute. I love the backgrounds in this game.
Oh, the art is
I feel like they
stupendous.
move just enough to keep it interesting, but it's not like overwhelming.
Okay.
Like there are some games where the back just moves so much that
Mm-hmm.
it's like you don't know if you can interact with it or not.
Okay.
And it's a little overwhelming. But like even there, how the water is moving, like it's just enough that it's interesting, but it's not overwhelming. Like I'm not.
Yeah, it's not going to give you a seizure warning.
Yeah.
So this is the ice water
Whereas I
level.
think it's like Earthworm Jim, like the background moves a lot.
Oh, okay.
I think it's Earthworm Jim. I could be
Okay,
wrong.
you could be wrong.
Where it's just like, okay, is this gonna hit me or?
I've never beaten the original Earthworm Jim.
It's hard.
That game gets
Yeah.
really hard.
I feel like the games from that era are just really, really hard.
Well, they adapted the arcade era in a way where they were designed not so much to beat quickly. They were designed to like keep popping in coins.
Yeah.
So they kind of have that arcade setup to where it's like a couple
They
lives
get
and then
really
they
hard.
bump you back. So to verify like the $60, not every company knew how to make a game that was like 10, 20 hours
Right.
long like they do nowadays. So instead,
They
they
just
compensated with like very hard 2 to 3 hour games. Whereas now we have like longer games that aren't as hard. Then again, we have Dark Souls, so. Well, now I feel like games at its best point because the indie market really blossomed now.
Yeah.
To where like any game can really be made if you really put your heart and mind to it. So there's so many genres. The platformers, especially the 3D platformers, are currently getting a new renaissance, which I like. So like, if you like a specific genre, that market is
You
still
can
out there
find
for
it,
you.
yeah.
You can find it.
The one thing that's just like so incredibly frustrating with creating is just like the time.
Oh yeah, it takes a lot of time.
So, and it's just
patience, and trial and error.
Yeah, and it not even just for like,
Like, oh, that didn't turn out well. Gotta
Yeah.
go back here. And like, I'll go over again and again just to get like a door to work right.
and even at that, it's just like, if you work all day and you come home and you're like, yes, I have a few hours before I have to like go to bed and do it
Yeah.
all over again, and then you're just like, you're so tired, it's hard to concentrate.
Yeah. Wee.
Or if you're suffering with mental illness and you're just like, oh god, like I want to do it, and then you just sit there and you can't.
Yeah. But I mean, there's something rewarding about it.
Oh, so much.
Like, when you actually get it right, it's just like, yeah, I made that.
Yeah.
Looks like shit compared to most of the other games in the market, but I made that. And I'm just like, damn it all, I want to keep going. I want to keep making better.
See, I don't think I fully understand, because I know you'll say that, like, a lot about revisions, that it's your ugly duckling.
Yeah.
And after having, like, you played through it, I'm currently, like, working on playing through it, building the guide and everything. But, like, I don't think it's ugly. So
When
I
you
don't
compare
know
it
where
to a
it's
lot of the
like-
other games made with RPG Maker and stuff like that, that's where the ugliness really strands. When you compare it to games that I can make now with RPG Maker, that's where it gets ugly. It's just a product of its time. It's a learning game. It just doesn't hold a candle, and I'm just being honest.
Because I don't know, like, when I look at it, to me it looks like,
I don't know.
I have, like, a lot of the music from 8 Octopath Travelers.
Oh, wow. If you say
Like
so.
from what I've seen, like the characters and the settings and stuff, like it has a very similar style.
She's being too generous. Octopath Traveler is like in a league way beyond
I mean, I
anything
haven't
I've
really
reached.
seen a lot of it. I've only
Fair
seen
enough.
like clips and stuff.
Yeah.
But aesthetic-wise, like to look at a clip side by side.
Well,
Yeah,
Revisions
yours
and
might be a little
RPG Maker
simpler,
in
but-
general does have that kind of look. Oh, all right, we got the ice boss. We're going to take this on in the next part, and we'll continue this train of thought.
Toodles.
There you go.